guys. You couldn't make it up, could you? It just beggars belief, really. I know I made the joke on a recent video of roll up, join the circus, but we really do feel like we're in that position. I mean, we're 50 odd days into this now, and it feels so much like this club just does not have a plan at all in terms of dealing with its managerial position. They got rid of Jose Mourinho, and I'm not his biggest fan, not by a long stretch. The football was boring, we weren't getting anywhere, you know. However, we had a manager, we had a direction. Now we're all sat in the dark without a clue of what's going on. Not a clue. Nobody knows. And you're talking about this guy Fonseca, who nobody was inspired about, but has actually had a lot of chatter going on, a lot of people doing a bit of investigating and looking him up and talking to people that watch Italian football and so on, to try to gauge an idea of who he is and what he's like. And to be fair, you know, a lot of the stuff that's come back has been fairly positive. He's not the clown he's been made out to be because of the Zorro thing. You know, it's not just all about that. And so fans will get coming round, starting to, you know, soften to the idea. You know, you want a manager, you want to see what's happening, you want your direction, whoever that might be, you know, to get your head around it, so you can see yourselves moving forward. And at this moment in time, that's just not happened, because that's now been seemingly whipped away from us. You know, Paulo Fonseca and Tottenham Hotspur are miles apart in the fiscal circumstances, whatever that means. Now, whether that means in terms of what he's allowed to spend in terms of, you know, players, or whether that's in terms of his wages, God only knows. It's all too technical for my pea brain to work it out. But it's a nonsense, because where now? What to now? You know, how long are they going to leave it before the whole thing is just beyond repair? You know, it's just an absolute joke. And to be honest with you, I'm getting fed up with it. I mean, this is like, what, the 4th or 5th video that I've made just talking about the managerial position. And to be fair, I don't normally do videos in the off season, you know, because I'm not in the know. I don't really follow footballers or managers from around the world, so I don't really know who's best and who's not best and all the rest of it. But this is just, you know, gone beyond stupid, you know. And there's only one person you can look at in this whole situation, because Daniel Levy does the hiring and the firing. You know, whether Joe Lewis agrees with him, you know, maybe that's the case. But at the end of the day, Daniel Levy's the man there making these decisions. So you make a decision to get rid of someone without a clear plan of what you're actually going to go and do to resolve it. I mean, how does that ever make sense? You know, unless Jose did something, you know, that is that bad that it deserved sort of instant dismissal, gross misconduct of some sort, you know, had his hand up the therapist's skirt or whatever, then the reality is we're just talking about, oh, I didn't like his football, so I'm going to get rid of him. Okay, yeah, I get that, but why then? Why not wait until you've got a plan? Because that's what he did with Pochettino. When Pochettino was gone, he had a plan, he knew what he wanted, he knew where he was going. And Daniel Levy does not strike me as an emotional character who got so pissed off with the result that he decided, I'm going to storm into the manager's office and say, "Oh, you sling your hook, I've had enough of this crap." He don't strike me as that sort of guy. So, you know, either something's gone terribly wrong in the overall plan of what they were planning to do, and now they're running around trying to fix it, or they just didn't have a plan in the first place and thought having a shiny new stadium and that was going to be enough to attract whoever they wanted, which it clearly isn't. So now we're all left in limbo with no manager and not knowing what's happening with our star players and our recruitment policy. I mean, who wants to come to a club like this? It's in a shambolic state. Nobody. Nobody's going to want to come here. And you just can't beggar it. I don't understand how it can have got to this situation so quickly in this way. It just does not make sense. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And I've just done enough of it. I really have. And they've, you know, the thing is, you're just caught into it because of your attachment to the club, because of your love for the club. It's an addiction. You can't get away from it. You can't leave it. So they've got you by the short and curlies, really. There's nothing you can do that's going to change it. And we're subjected to pathetic videos from poor old Daniel Levy saying about how much they're doing, pouring 200 million into the club and every penny goes into it, blah, blah, blah. Do me a favour. You're talking nonsense. I mean, it's absolute nonsense. And I'm bombarded with emails to buy this and buy that and buy the other, and news reports of buying a golf club, building an extreme sports event place next to the stadium, you know, blocks of flats and God knows what. You know, I know Enoch is an investment company, but Tottenham Hotspur is not an investment company. Tottenham Hotspur is a football club. It's a football club that is supposed to be there to please the fans, to entertain the fans. It's not a cash cow to drive other projects, which is basically what it's being used for. So I've just literally had it up to here. I've no idea what's going on. I've messaged my in the know person who might be able to find out something, if they're even true. They say they are, but whether they are or not, I don't know. But they told me that Wednesday was the day. You know, it's all verbally agreed. It's definitely going to happen. Blah blah blah. And now, fiscal differences. Well, I'm going to use that one on the missus. Next time she asks me for some more shopping money, I'm going to say to her, I'm sorry, love, but I've got some fiscal differences there with that. And see how she likes it. Not a lot. Anyway, back again. We'll still keep supporting the club, won't we? And by the way, I'm up to 946 subscribers on my YouTube channel, which is amazing. I'm still a little bit away from the magic 1,000, which gives me that little bit of credibility. But hey, what can you do? So if you don't subscribe and you would like to see more of these sort of videos of some fat old bloke moaning in his car on his way home from work, then please subscribe. It would mean a world to me. Love you long time. Up the Spurs.